Welcome to week 4 of our focus season, Prayer, the Master's Class. Here's a quick recap on this past Sunday's message in which we talked about confession. As we noted, Jesus teaches us to pray, "Forgive us our debts as we have forgiven our debtors." And Jesus makes 3 assumptions. 1, we'll keep sinning. 2, we'll be sinned against. And 3, we'll forgive people when it happens. We also talked briefly about what debts were because the Bible uses 3 not so familiar words to describe our wrongdoing. The first is sin, which is to fail. The second is iniquity, which is something like being crooked. And the last is to transgress. That is, we betray trust in our relationship with God. There's 3 things that we do as we enter into God's presence through prayer in order to pray for forgiveness. The first is that we have a change of mind. Theologians refer to this as conviction. Basically, we become aware of our sin and our shortcomings before God. The second is that we have a change of heart. And theologians refer to this as contrition. Basically, we become broken-hearted over our sin before God. We mourn and we regret our offenses. And the third and final thing is that we have a change of direction. Theologians might call this reformation. We turn from sin and turn towards God. We reform the way we live. And so in this change of direction, we not only leave our sin, but we also join God in what He's doing. Ultimately, that means that we'll start doing the work of God, with God and for God. And so as Jed shared in his testimony, if we're forgiven and we truly get it, then we will forgive. Forgiven people forgive people. And remember what we said on Sunday. Grace is assertive. It seeks reconciliation. It seeks to put things right. Not only will we forgive people when they ask for it, but we'll also be forgiving people even before they ask for it. So if you haven't had a chance to hear the sermon and listen to Jed's testimony, man, I would encourage you to take the time to do that. Next week, Corey will be finishing our sermon series by talking about spiritual warfare. So please join us for that. Thanks so much for being a part of a small group, for pursuing God with others throughout the week. And I hope that you have a great small group meeting and a great discussion.